You're supposed to be a convict serving a life sentence, yet every single day, you receive marriage proposals sent from the outside world. Among them are daughters of elite families, corporate heiresses, and even the future heir to the empire. Yet, your response to all these engagements is always a single action: rip. But just as you tear up the 999th letter, a fierce, imposing woman suddenly strides into the prison. She demands coldly, "Which one of you is Wang Teng?" At her words, you lazily turn your head and shoot her a glance. "That's me, and who the hell are you?" "I am Lu Yanren, commander of the northern frontier of the Dragon Kingdom. And I came here today for one simple reason." As Lu Yanren speaks, she pulls out a marriage contract and rips it to shreds right in front of your face. Seeing this, you narrow your eyes. "I'm the only one who rips up marriage contracts around here. You're the very first person who's dared to rip up mine. Pick it up." Lu Yanren narrows her eyes slightly. "So, you're planning to make this difficult, aren't you?" I said, "Pick it up." You speak again, unleashing an earth-shattering aura. Countless cracks begin to splinter beneath the very throne you sit on. Lu Yanren's heart skips a beat. "I thought you were just the exiled son of a wealthy family. I didn't expect you to have this kind of power." But she quickly regains her look of disgust. "You're nothing but a brute. You are completely unworthy of my status as the Dragon Kingdom's top female general." With a light tap of her foot, the torn halves of the contract fly into the air and land perfectly in your hands. "Take a good look at it, and let's make this cancellation official." "Who said I needed to check anything? I have absolutely nothing to confirm with you. I told you to pick it up just to teach you one simple fact." As you say this, your fingers slowly clench into a fist. The contract instantly crumbles into dust. "In this world, I am the only one who cancels engagements. No one cancels on me. Now, get the hell out of my sight." You, humiliated by your blatant disrespect. Lu Yanren seethes with rage, but remembering that she sneaked out behind her family's back to do this, she forcefully swallows her anger. "Say whatever you want. You are nothing but the discarded trash of the ruined Wang family, while I am the daughter of the capital's most prestigious military bloodline. The gap between us is like heaven and earth. You'd better watch yourself." With that, she turns on her heel to leave, but you suddenly call out to her. "Hold on, what did you just say?" "I said that the gap between us is something you could never bridge in a single lifetime." "Not that part, the part before that. Did you just say my Wang family has fallen? How is that even possible? Since you were so quick to accept the cancellation, I might as well tell you the truth. A year ago, the Wang family of Zhonghai was ambushed in the dead of night. With countless casualties, your family is already dead in everything but name." Before she even finishes speaking, you slam your palm onto the throne. The entire ground of Death Island instantly splits open, tearing a massive fissure hundreds of meters long. "Prep the jet right now. I am heading back to the country." The atmosphere at Zhonghai International Airport is terrifyingly tense. 30 tanks blockade the outer perimeter. Over a dozen fighter jets circle menacingly overhead, while over 10,000 heavily armed soldiers stand by in combat formation. Every single pair of eyes is locked onto the international flight that is about to touch down. The security captain's hands are visibly shaking as he grips his walkie-talkie. The Triple S-class wanted fugitive, the demon god, is on that plane. "Everyone, keep your eyes peeled. The moment you see him, shoot to kill." Meanwhile, inside the plane, you sit with your eyes closed, resting peacefully. Beside you, the terrifying demon god sits in complete silence. This legendary monster, who once single-handedly wiped out the world's deadliest assassin syndicate, couldn't even survive a single strike against you. Now, he willingly serves by your side like a loyal hound. The demon god glances out the cabin window at the ground below, his tone dripping with absolute reverence. "Master, the ground is completely swarming with troops. Would you like me to go down there and wipe them out?" "No need. When the plane lands, you're jumping out on your own. If they can't find you at the airport, they obviously can't come after you. Just remember that. Find out exactly what happened to the Wang family, and do it fast. The second you get any news, let me know." "Understood," the demon god replied without a single second of hesitation. A few minutes later, the plane began its descent. The very moment the landing gear dropped, the demon god slipped down the landing gear like an absolute ghost, vanishing into the crowd in the blink of an eye. Long Aoshin looked over at Lu Yanren, a sly smirk creeping onto his face. "Boss, I heard your engagement to that kid from the Wang family finally got called off. Yeah, Lu Yanran's voice was ice cold, though her eyebrows furrowed just a bit. She suddenly remembered that completely careless look on your face back then. As they were talking, the very last passenger stepped off the plane. Every single soldier aimed their rifles straight at that figure. Right as they were about to pull the triggers, Lu Yanran suddenly threw her hand up. Stop, that is not the demon god. Long Aoshin frowned. Boss, are you sure about this? Our intel is never wrong. If he isn't the demon god, then where the hell did he go? Lu Yanran kept her eyes locked on that familiar silhouette, speaking with absolute certainty. I know him. Do not shoot the wrong guy. Long Aoshin whipped his head back around to glare at you. Despite having tens of thousands of guns pointed right at you, you just stood there, hands shoved in your pockets, looking completely bored. It was like this whole deadly standoff had absolutely nothing to do with you. Long Aoshin's eyes turned instantly cold. Boss, this guy is definitely not normal. Any regular person would have completely panicked seeing this kind of setup. He is way too calm, something is definitely off. Just to be safe, let's take him out. That is enough. Lu Yanran cut him off with an icy glare. I want everyone on a grid search right now. As for him, leave him alone. Long Aoshin clearly hated that order, but he had no choice but to swallow his pride. He shot you a vicious, hateful glare, then spun around to walk away. Right then, you frowned. Hey, I didn't appreciate that look you just gave me. Long Aoshin whipped back around, staring daggers right into your face. Are you out of your damn mind? You should be thanking your lucky stars I didn't end you right there. And you're worried about how I look at you? You just let out a quiet little laugh. Hey, if you had actually pulled that trigger, I promise you, you'd be 6 feet underway before I ever was. You're asking for it. Long Aoshin's fists instantly clenched so tight his knuckles popped. Stand down, Lu Yanran barked out an icy command. Get back to your damn job. If you keep wasting time here, the demon god is actually gonna get away. And then both of our heads will be on the chopping block. Hearing that, Long Aoshin finally took his men and stormed into the airport. Lu Yanran totally thought she had just saved your skin, staring down at you with a completely arrogant look. What are you even doing here? Don't tell me you actually regret it and came crawling back to stalk me? Let me make this perfectly clear. Stop having these pathetic, unrealistic fantasies about us. I highly suggest you get over yourself. Zhanghai is my home, and I can come back whenever the hell I want. The real question is, what are you doing here? Lu Yanran's tone suddenly softened. We got intel that the demon god was supposed to be taking this exact flight into Zhanghai. The capital sent me here to intercept him, but whatever. As long as you're not here to obsess over me, we're good. Just leave already. This situation has absolutely nothing to do with you. Ha, you couldn't even be bothered to waste another breath on her. You just walked straight toward the airport exit. Wait, calling off the engagement, I admit I owe you for that. If you ever run into any real trouble down the road, I'll help you out, no questions asked. But only once, Lu Yanran declared, her face freezing back into that arrogant, high and mighty expression. I don't need it. Walking out of the airport alone. Outside, a middle-aged man is standing next to a Maybach. Rubbing his hands respectfully, the driver can't help but ask, Boss, who exactly is it that makes you come to pick them up in person? The middle-aged man glares at him. What do you know? This guy is a ruthless heavyweight straight out of Death Island. Lord Demon God personally ordered us to serve him well. If a big shot like him stomps his foot, the whole city of Zhanghai will shake. Just as he says that, he sees you walking out and hurries over to greet you. Mr. Chen, hello, I am Chen Jinlai, president of the Zhanghai Chamber of Commerce. Lord Demon God arranged for me to pick you up. Hearing this, you frown. Him? I specifically told him not to make a fuss. Chen Jinlai instantly panics, standing awkwardly to the side, completely at a loss. Forget it, since he means well. Take me to Haitang Mansion. Yes, of course. Please get in the car. Chen Jinlai beams with a flattering smile, and quickly opens the back door for you. At this exact moment, Lu Yanran walks out of the airport with her entourage. Seeing this grand display, she is taken aback. There's actually someone like this in Zhanghai? Getting picked up with such a huge lineup? Long Aoshin narrows his eyes. It's probably some major figure from the provincial capital or the capital city. Lu Yanran nods. Exactly, some people could never reach this level in a lifetime. They're destined to grovel in the mud forever. Go find out who owns this convoy, and which big boss they are picking up today. Understood. Long Aoshin nods in agreement. A short while later, you arrive at Haitang Mansion. Standing in front of a magnificent, glittering villa, you take a deep breath. Mom, Dad, Yue. I'm back. A few seconds after ringing the doorbell, a strange man opens the door. Looking confused, he asks, "Who are you looking for? Isn't this the Wong family residence?" "The Wong family? We moved in here over a year ago. You're a salesman, aren't you?" The man waves his hand impatiently. Just as you are about to press further, your phone suddenly rings. You answer it, and the demon god's voice comes through. "Master, we have a lead. A year ago, a mysterious mercenary group attacked the Wong family. The Wong family suffered heavy casualties, and the company went bankrupt. Your father is now hauling bricks at a construction site. Your mother is selling vegetables at the market, and your sister dropped out of school to become a live streamer. For the past year, your girlfriend, Zhu Yue, has been the one supporting them. Their address is Building 6, Number 12, in the Jinyan Villa district." Hanging up the phone, you rush straight to your girlfriend's house. Jinyan Villa, Building 6, Number 12. Zhu Yang scowls deeply. "Pay up. This bottle of wine costs over 100,000, more than what your whole family makes in a year. Pay up right now, or I'll have your entire family pack your bags and get the hell out." Zhao Feng kneels on the floor, begging desperately. "Please, Mr. Zhu, I only slept for 3 hours last night. I beg you, just give us a little more time. As soon as we earn the money, we will move out immediately." Just then, Zhu Yang's wife, Lu Quickly, walks down the stairs. Applying a face mask, she complains. "What awful luck, you just won't let anyone have a moment of peace early in the morning." Zhu Yue hurries over to help Zhao Feng up. "Auntie, please, don't kneel on the floor. I will pay for the wine. You go get some rest." Zhu Yang scoffs coldly. "Wei Wei, the Wong family went bankrupt ages ago, and Wang Teng is already rotting in prison. Do you really need to go this far to help his family?" Zhu Yue frowns. "Mom, Dad, Wang Teng is my boyfriend. His family is my family. If you keep making things hard for Auntie, I'll pack up and leave with them." Hearing his daughter threaten to move out, Zhu Yang softened his tone a bit. "Forget it, I'll let the red wine slide. But you'd better watch yourself from now on. Our Zhu family might be rich, but you can't just go around destroying our things like that." Zhao Feng wiped her tears. Yes, of course. I am so sorry, Mr. Zhu, Mrs. Zhu. This is all my fault." "Yue, thank you so much. You really are such a sweet girl. I don't know what our Shaoshan did to deserve such a blessing, finding a girlfriend as kind and gentle as you," Zhao Feng said, tears streaming quietly down her face. Ever since the Wang family fell into ruin, she had fallen into a deep depression and nearly taken her own life. If it weren't for Zhu Yue's loving care, she probably would have lost the will to live a long time ago. Just then, the doorbell suddenly rang. Zhao Feng quickly wiped her tears. "Wei Wei, please, stay seated. Let me handle chores like this." With that, she hurried over and opened the door. But the moment she saw who was standing outside, Zhao Feng froze as if she had been struck by lightning. The person standing there was none other than you. Seeing your mother, looking so haggard and completely unrecognizable after just 3 short years. With her hair turning entirely gray and her hands as rough as old tree bark, at this moment, even a tough guy like you couldn't hold back the tears. Your eyes grew red. "Mom," Zhao Feng burst into a flood of tears. Shaoshan, is it really you? My baby, you're finally home. Mom missed you so much." Zhao Feng broke down completely and pulled you into a tight embrace. "Mom, have you all been okay these past 3 years? Where are Dad and Xiao Yu?" Zhao Feng forced a bitter smile and gently patted your back. "Your dad is working hard at a construction site, and Xiao Yu, she's working at a media company. Don't worry about us, son. You must have suffered so much all by yourself out there these past 3 years, right?" Even though she had been through absolute hell, her only concern was still your well-being. Her eyes were filled with nothing but aching love for you. You shook your head. "Mom, I'm fine. I'm doing really well, please don't worry." "Thank goodness. That's wonderful to hear." "Oh, right, Shaoshan. We only survived these past 3 years because Wei Wei took such good care of us. If it weren't for her, I don't even want to imagine what would have happened to our family. You have to treat her right, and find a way to repay the Zhu family." Your gaze hardened with resolve. Don't worry, Mom, I understand. The Zhu family protected you for 3 years, you declared with absolute conviction. Just then, a harsh, screeching voice cut through the room. Well, the ex-con is back. It's about time you showed up. Hurry it up and take your miserable old mother off our hands. Our Zhu family isn't running a charity for you Wong family freeloaders. Oh, and before you leave, don't forget to pay for that bottle of red wine. The moment Lu Quiqui opened her mouth, her tone was dripping with venom. As if she couldn't wait to literally throw the entire Wong family out the door the second you arrived. You knew perfectly well that your parents and sister had been relying on the Zhu family for over a year, and had certainly caused them a lot of inconvenience. So you decided not to get angry at her snarky remarks. You casually pulled out the black gold card, speaking in a perfectly calm tone. Aunt Lu, exactly how much was the red wine my mother accidentally broke? I will pay you back right now. Lu Quiqui froze, her eyes glued tightly to that card. Are you kidding me? How much money could a fresh out of prison ex-con possibly have? That bottle of wine cost 200,000. You know her little tricks inside out. She just wants to use this chance to rip you off. But before you can even snap back, Zhu Yuwei rushes out of the house. The moment she sees you, she completely freezes. Her voice trembles. Wang Teng. Hearing that familiar voice, you turn around, and a wave of warmth washes over your heart. Yuwei, I'm back. It's really you. Zhu Yuwei's nose tingles, her eyes instantly welling up with tears. She charges forward and throws her arms around you. Just then, Zhu Yang steps out of the house and lets out a cold scoff. Wei, stay far away from those Wangs. But Zhu Yuwei stubbornly shakes her head. No, Dad, Wang Teng and I already promised each other. The moment he gets out of prison, we're getting married. At those words, Zhu Yang and Lu Quiqui's faces instantly turn pale. Zhu Yang scowls. Absolutely not. He's an ex-con who can't even find a decent job. How is he supposed to provide for you? Lu Quiqui also panics. Grabbing Zhu Yuwei's hand, she pleads, Wei, young Master Wang is such a great catch. Why won't you even consider him? Mom, Dad, Wang Teng is the only one for me. I will never marry anyone but him. You look at her, a profound sense of emotion swelling in your chest. After 3 years behind bars, you thought everything would have changed by now. But, at least she hasn't changed. Yuwei, thank you. I swear, I'll make you the happiest woman in the world. Hearing this, Lu Quiqui lets out a mocking sneer. Wang Teng, what exactly are you going to use to give Wei happiness? Your Wang family went bankrupt ages ago. You don't even own a house, and you're just standing there running your mouth? You're just about to snap back, but Zhu Yuwei beats you to it. Mom, stop. Wang Teng just got back, give him some time. I believe in him. Just then, a heavy thud echoes from inside the house. Zhu Yang whips his head around and gasps, Dad, what are you doing out of bed? Didn't the doctor say you need to rest? Zhu Yuwei looks over from a distance. She sees her grandfather, Zhu Tinlu, collapsed unconscious on the floor, and frantically rushes over. Grandpa, what's wrong? You gently reassure her. Mom, just wait here a second. I'll go take a look. You walk over to the group. Step aside, let me take a look. You know medicine? Zhu Yang asks, looking hesitant. Just a little, but the truth is, during those 3 years on Death Island, your medical skills had already reached the absolute peak. You just never cared to show off. Hearing this, Lu Quiqui scowls. If you only know some surface-level stuff, keep your hands off the old man. Don't go making his condition worse than it already is. Zhu Yuwei's face darkens. Mom, how can you say something like that? Right at that moment, a Rolls-Royce slowly pulls up to the entrance. A middle-aged man wearing a white doctor's coat steps out of the car. Zhu Yang's eyes light up, and he hurries over to greet him. Dr. Yang, thank God you're here. Please, you have to take a look at my father. Hearing this, Yang Qianchu nods. Alright, let me have a look. Wang Teng, get out of the way. Dr. Yang is the top physician in all of Zhanghai City. We don't need you examining the old man anymore. Lu Quiqui snaps impatiently. You don't argue back, you just silently stand up and step to the side. Dr. Yang crouches down and checks Zhu Tinlu's pulse. Almost instantly, his face turns deadly serious. This is bad. The old man's condition has relapsed, and I'm afraid he won't last much longer. I don't have my equipment here, we need to rush him to the hospital. Those words send the entire Zhu family into an absolute panic. But you just furrow your brows. He crouched down, gently placing his fingers on Zhu Tinlu's pulse. 2 seconds later, he stood up and said, "If we take him to the hospital now, Grandpa Zhu probably won't make it there." Yang Qianchu frowned. He turned to Zhu Yang and asked, "And who might this be?" Zhu Yang scoffed coldly, his tone dripping with absolute disdain. "He's just a friend of my daughter's. The kid doesn't know any better, so please don't mind him. We really need to get the old man to the hospital right away." Yang Qianchu nodded. "Right, there is no time to lose. Quick, get him into the car." Seeing this, you immediately called out to stop them. "Don't move him, the blood and energy inside him are completely chaotic right now. If you move him, it's going to be disastrous." "Shut your mouth." Yang Qianchu's face darkened instantly. "It is absolutely not your place to stand there and dictate things to us. Having practiced medicine for decades, how could he possibly let some junior lecture him on what to do?" Saying this, he and Zhu Yang lifted Zhu Tinlu up. But the very moment they lifted him, the old man suddenly coughed up a massive mouthful of blood. "Grandpa!" The entire room instantly erupted into pure chaos. Zhu Yang and Lu Kui were completely panicking, and Zhu Yuwei's face turned deathly pale from the shock. Yang Qianchu hurriedly and gently laid the old man back onto the floor. As he checked his pulse again, his eyes widened in sheer panic. How did I not detect the hidden danger in his pulse earlier? Oh no, this is absolutely terrible. Lu Kui stomped her feet in frantic despair. "Dr. Yang, please, you have to think of something." Right then, Yang Qianchu suddenly remembered what you had just warned them about, and he quickly turned to look at you. "Young man, how exactly did you realize that the energy inside him was surging so violently? That steady pulse was just an illusion. You completely missed the old injuries deeply hidden inside his body. That is what caused his pulse to give off a false reading." As soon as those words left your mouth, Yang Qianchu suddenly had a massive realization. "Ah, so that's what it was. My young friend, to possess such incredible medical skills at your age. It was truly foolish of me to be so disrespectful earlier. Please, forgive my arrogance." Seeing that your medical skills were genuinely profound, he completely dropped his arrogant attitude. You spoke up in a deep, serious voice. "There is no time to lose. Do you have any acupuncture needles? Let me use them, now." Yang Qianchu froze for a brief moment. Then, he quickly pulled out a few silver needles from his medical kit and handed them over. You took the needles, gently rolling them between your fingers. And without hesitation, you thrust one straight toward the old man's heart. Seeing this, Yang Qianchu turned completely pale in horror and screamed. "No, stop, you absolutely cannot do that. The heart acupoint is the literal gate of life. If you recklessly insert a needle there, the consequences will be unimaginable." However, the moment the tip of the needle went in, the old man's complexion actually began to improve, and his breathing slowly became steady. Witnessing this miraculous sight, everyone in the room took a sharp gasp of air. Yang Qianchu was completely dumbfounded. He scrambled to check the pulse once again. A few seconds later, he was so stunned that he couldn't even form a word. The old man's pulse was actually radiating with life again. Sora at Mari Sam's 4698331. "My young friend, did you just seal the pathways around his heart and stabilize his vital energy?" "Yeah, but I'm not done yet." Right after that, you swiftly inserted 3 more needles in rapid succession. With every single needle that went in, Yang Qianchu's expression grew even more incredibly shocked. Finally, with a trembling voice, he asked, "My friend, are you using the legendary Ghost Valley Yin and Yang needles?" "Yes," you replied, your face completely emotionless. Before the words even fully left your mouth, Yang Qianchu suddenly dropped to his knees and bowed heavily onto the floor right in front of you. "The 39th generation disciple of the Ghost Valley medical sect greets our Grandmaster." This insane sight instantly left the entire Zhu family staring in absolute disbelief. The renowned and widely respected Yang Qianchu was actually kneeling before you, and calling you his Grandmaster. Right at that very moment, the unconscious old man slowly began to wake up. "Grandpa, you're awake." Zhu Yuwei nervously rushed over to his side. Zhu Tinlu frowned slightly, his expression still completely dazed. What just happened to me? My head feels so heavy, and my chest is incredibly tight." "Grandpa, you completely blacked out. Thank God Wang Teng stepped in to save you just in time." Zhu Yuwei looks incredibly tense. You step right up to check old Master Ju's pulse. Grandpa Ju's condition was triggered by a sudden surge in his chi and blood flow. Just make sure he takes the herbal medicine I prescribed right on schedule. And get plenty of rest, and he'll be just fine. Zhu Tinlu strokes his beard and gives a slow nod. His eyes gleam with emotion. I'm just glad you're back. I never expected you to save my life the moment you walked through that door. Yue really knows how to pick him. First thing tomorrow morning, you and Yue are going to go get your marriage license. He's always held you in such high regard, not just for your strength of character, but for your absolute, unwavering devotion to his granddaughter. At this point, he has absolutely no reason to stand in the way of your marriage to Zhu Yue. But Zhu Yang and Lu Quiqui are already losing their minds. There's no way they're letting their daughter marry an ex-con. Dad, I know Wang Teng saved your life. But how can you just let Yue marry him? He's been to prison. How on earth is he going to give Yue a good life? Zhu Yang argues frantically. Lu Quiqui immediately backs him up. He's right, Dad, marriage is way too important. We cannot afford to mess this up. Your expression tightens. You can't help but think back to the glory days of the Wang family. Back then, Zhu Yang and Lu Quiqui practically worshipped the ground you walked on. 3 years away, and their attitude has done a complete 180-degree flip. All because you're no longer that filthy rich young heir. Just as your heart sinks, Zhu Yue grips your hand tightly. Mom, Dad, Wang Teng is the only man for me. I am not marrying anyone else. Hearing this, Zhu Yang explodes with rage. You stubborn brat, why won't you just listen to reason? Lu Quiqui is practically foaming at the mouth. Wang Teng, if you know what's good for you, you'll dump Yue right now. Stop trying to be a deadbeat mooching off a woman. I will never, ever let you set foot into the Zhu family. Enough. Old Master Zhu's fury boils over. Do you all think I'm too old and useless to call the shots around here? Zhu Yang shrinks back helplessly. Dad, I'm just trying to protect Yue's future. Lu Quiqui is seething, but even she doesn't dare to utter another word. In this house, what old Master Zhu says, goes. No matter how much Zhu Yang and Lu Quiqui hate it, they still have to bite their tongues and play the obedient children. Zhu Tinlu snaps at them mercilessly. Who Yue marries is her own damn business. It has absolutely nothing to do with you two. What gives you two the right? That single sentence leaves Zhu Yang and his wife completely speechless. Seeing that both Zhu Yue and Zhu Xingsheng are firmly on your side. A wave of genuine warmth washes over your heart. At the end of the day, the only thing that truly matters is Yue's trust in you. And that is more than enough. Through all of this, Zhao Feng hasn't spoken a single word. Having lived under the Zhu family's roof for the past 3 years, her heart is just overflowing with gratitude toward them. Now that the dust has finally settled, she can breathe a massive sigh of relief. Yue, you really are such a wonderful girl. Tears well up in Zhao Feng's eyes. She grips Zhu Yue's hands incredibly tight. The divine doctor, Yang Qianshu, shakes his head slightly, lets out a long sigh, and speaks up. Ah, looks like my own granddaughter is totally out of the running now. Old Mr. Zhu, if you hadn't backed your granddaughter in marrying Dr. Wang here, my old bones would have had to steal this groom for my own family. If you hadn't backed your granddaughter in marrying Dr. Wang here, my old bones would have had to steal this groom for my own family. Landing a son-in-law as brilliant as a dragon among men is an absolute blessing from the heavens. He knows the true, legendary value of the Ghost Valley yin-yang acupuncture technique. And that kind of luck? Not everyone is blessed with it, but Zhu Yang and Lu Quiqui couldn't care less about any of that. As far as they're concerned, you just got incredibly lucky, like a blind cat stumbling onto a dead mouse. Naturally, they refuse to believe you actually have any real skills. You speak up, Mom, today is such a huge day. I want to bring Dad and Xiao Yu over so our whole family can finally reunite. Zhao Feng nods eagerly. Yes, of course, your dad is over at the Zhanghai New District construction site, and Xiao Yu is at that media company downtown, I know. Yue, why don't you take my mom to find a nice restaurant first? Once I grab Dad and Xiao Yu, I'll head straight there to meet you. Zhu Yue agrees with a bright smile. Sounds like a plan, just stay safe on the road. Mom, Dad, you guys should come along too. Zhu Yang lets out a bitter scoff. Wang Teng getting out of jail is none of the Zhu family's damn business. I don't have time. Lu Quiqui went straight upstairs without even looking back. I'm busy too, old man Zhu said, shaking his head. Just ignore them, Yue. I'll go with you. Let's treat it as a welcome back party for little Teng. Leaving the Zhu family mansion, you headed straight to the media agency where Wang Xiaoyu worked. Wang Xiaoyu was sitting in a pink gaming chair, wearing an ill-fitting black V-neck uniform and black tights. Just as she was about to start her mobile live stream, her manager, Wu Hao, walked in. Smiling with a sleazy undertone, he said, "Xiaoyu, you don't need to stream tonight." Wang Xiaoyu was taken aback. "Manager Wu, what do you mean?" She was already stressing out over her family's debts. Streaming for a day brought in a few $100, how could she just stop? Wu Hao slithered over to her side with a creepy smirk on his face. Placing his grubby hands on her shoulder, he whispered, "Remember your top donor who showered you with those airplane gifts last night? That's Lu Luxing, the chairman of the Luxing Group. Chairman Lu wants to invite you over to the Marriott Hotel for some red wine. He's already booked the room. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, you know." Wang Xiaoyu's heart sank. "A hotel, Manager Wu, I don't think that's appropriate." Although Wang Xiaoyu was naive, she wasn't stupid. A top donor sending expensive gifts and asking a female streamer to meet at a hotel? What good could possibly come from that? He obviously just wanted to get into her pants. She absolutely refused to sell her body. Wu Hao's face instantly darkened. He threatened her, "Wang Xiaoyu, don't be so ungrateful. You signed a contract with this agency. If you don't go and serve Chairman Lu properly tonight, the company will sue you for every penny you've got." The moment she heard the word sue, Wang Xiaoyu went into a total panic. She had never read the fine print of her contract. The threat of a massive financial penalty loomed over her like a nightmare. "Manager Wu, I didn't breach my contract. I've been streaming on time every single day," Wang Xiaoyu pleaded, her face pale. But Wu Hao cut her off coldly. "Cut the crap, I'm only going to ask you once." Right at that moment, the door was kicked wide open. You stormed into the room, furious. You grabbed Wu Hao by the collar. "And what if she goes? What if she doesn't?" Your sister looked at you in utter shock. "Brother, how are you out?" You turned to her with a warm smile. "Xiaoyu, I got out on parole early. I just got out, I didn't even have time to call you." But before you two could catch up, Wu Hao sneered, "Oh, so you're the ex-con brother. Since you're here, let's make a deal. If you can talk your sister into having a few drinks with Chairman Lu, convince her, and I'll give you each $10,000. You narrowed your eyes, flashing a cold, lifeless smile. $10,000? Wow, you're so generous. Keep it to pay for your mother's funeral. Before he could even react, you grabbed Wu Hao's head and slammed it brutally into the desk. With a massive bang, Wu Hao's head was busted wide open. You grabbed your sister's hand and casually strutted right out of Tianxing Media. Shortly after, fighting through the pain, Wu Hao dialed his boss. "Boss, I screwed up. Wang Xiaoyu's brother took her away." The boss roared back, "You useless piece of trash. Get your guys and go after them right now." A few minutes later, Wu Hao and a group of thugs blocked your path. "Wang Xiaoyu, you're going to have drinks with the chairman tonight whether you like it or not. There's no running away this time." Wang Xiaoyu started to panic. She tugged gently at your sleeve. "Brother, let's call the cops." You replied calmly, "Don't panic, Xiaoyu. As long as I'm here, these worthless punks won't lay a finger on you." Wu Hao scoffed, "Hey, tough talk. Beat him to death. Just make sure you don't leave a scratch on Wang Xiaoyu. Chairman Lu specifically requested her in his bed tonight." Hearing this, Wang Xiaoyu trembled in fear. Just as she thought, it wasn't just about having drinks. That creep actually wanted to sleep with her. And when you heard those words, a furious, blinding rage ignited inside you. You covered Xiaoyu's eyes, your voice low and protective. "Xiaoyu, don't look." But before the words even left your mouth, a massive shockwave erupted around you. The ground shattered to pieces, and over a dozen thugs instantly vaporized into a red mist. Only Manager Wu was left, trembling violently. He collapsed to the floor in pure terror, a warm puddle spreading between his legs. He wet himself right on the spot. "Where is that bastard Lu?" you asked, your face dead cold. Lu Luxing trying to force himself on Xiaoyu had crossed your ultimate bottom line. And to think this sick dog actually planned to pass her around to his buddies, there was no way in hell you were letting him live. Manager Wu, utterly broken by fear, stammered out the hotel address. A second later, he too vanished into the crimson mist. You gently patted your sister's back to calm her. "All right now, you can open your eyes." Xiaoyu blinked, looking around in confusion. "Where's Manager Wu and his guys?" You smiled warmly, ruffling her hair. Telling a gentle white lie, you said, "Oh, them? Your big brother just gave them a really good beating. Scared those cowards right off." She frowned. "But, the boss of the company has some serious backing. Will you be in trouble for crossing him, bro?" "Hey, don't you worry. As long as I'm here, everything is going to be just fine." Xiao Yu's face was still painted with deep worry, heavily blaming herself. The absolute last thing she wanted was for her brother, who had just gotten out of prison, to end up right back behind bars because of her. You gave her shoulder a reassuring squeeze and said, "I've got this handled. Those creeps are never going to bother you again." A text pinged with the restaurant's location. "Xiao Yu, Sister Yue and Mom are already at the restaurant. You grab a cab and head over first. I'm gonna go pick up Dad, and we'll meet you there." "Okay," she nodded obediently. After watching her cab drive out of sight, your smile vanished. You spun on your heel, heading straight for the Marriott Hotel. You were dead set on exterminating Lu Luxing for daring to target your little sister. Picking up Dad could wait a few minutes. Meanwhile, up in a lavish presidential suite, Lu Luxing was swiping through photos on his phone. A sickening, filthy grin stretched across his face. Beside him, several older men were fidgeting, growing horribly impatient. "Hey Lu, what the hell is taking your guys so long?" A guy flashing a heavy gold watch grumbled. Lu Luxing just waved a hand, totally unbothered. "Chill out, they'll be here any second." Right as the words left his mouth, a deafening crash blasted the heavy suite doors into splinters. You stepped through the wreckage, sweeping your icy gaze across the room. "Which one of you is Lu Luxing?" The man himself stood up, squinting through the dust. "That's me, big guy. Who the hell are you?" He didn't even get to finish his thought. You vanished, reappearing right in his face. With a single, explosive palm strike, you took his head clean off. Lu's severed head tumbled from his shoulders, bouncing across the floor like a rubber ball. The gruesome sight sent massive shockwaves of terror through the remaining men, cold sweat instantly soaking their shirts. Your eyes were razor sharp, cutting through them like daggers. You glared at the trembling group. A pathetic bunch of trash, and you dared to lay a finger on my little sister? Why don't you all head down to hell and keep him company? Before the echo faded, you blurred through the room like a phantom. In mere seconds, only a pile of lifeless bodies remained in the luxury suite. Having completely wiped out Lu and his sleazy friends, you suddenly felt the fire curse violently churning in your veins. "Damn it," you hissed through gritted teeth. "Flaring up right after I get out? I need to find that ice dragon vein the master talked about, fast." Fighting through the searing agony, you forced your inner chi to temporarily suppress the blazing venom. But it was only a band-aid solution. To completely cure this curse, you absolutely needed the ice dragon vein. Yanking out your phone, you dialed the demon lord. The moment he picked up, you demanded, "Any news on the ice dragon vein?" "My lord, we are investigating with everything we have. Currently, we only know there might be clues at Mount Yuming on the outskirts of Zhonghai City. We've already made our move. We'll notify you immediately once we have results." "Good, make it fast. I'm having a reunion dinner with my family tonight at the Pearl Grand Hotel. Have a car sent over tonight to drive us back." You hung up, splashed some cold water on your face, and headed straight for a massive construction site in Zhonghai City's newly developed zone. Plot A12, deep inside the dusty site, a man with deeply tanned skin and hands as rough as tree bark was dragging heavy bags of cement, struggling with every step. That man was your father, Wang Hai. The once powerful head of the Wang family had been reduced to this, forced to break his back doing brutal manual labor just to survive. From behind, Foreman Lu barked at him impatiently. "Hurry it up, old man. There are still over 100 bags left. How long is it going to take you?" Wang Hai fought hard to suppress his burning anger. Forcing a strained smile, "I am so sorry, Foreman Lu. My back has been killing me lately. I just can't walk fast carrying these bags of cement." "Cut the crap. If you don't finish the job, don't even think about getting a single penny for today." Wang Hai's face flushed deep red, his jaw clenched tight in sheer frustration. That bastard Lu always found every excuse in the book to dock his pay, skimming off $30 to $50 from him every single day. For the sake of survival, Wang Hai had swallowed his pride and endured it, but Foreman Lu was only getting worse and worse. Today, he actually forced Wang Hai to do the workload of 3 men all by himself, threatening that if he didn't finish it by the end of the day, he wouldn't get paid at all. Wang Hai had finally reached his absolute limit. He slammed the cement down and clenched his fists, ready to demand some justice. "Oh, look at you. Are you rebelling? You really want to lay a hand on me?" Foreman Liu waved his hand, and 2 security guards charged forward, immediately unleashing a brutal storm of punches and kicks. Wang Hai was completely outnumbered, 2 fists standing no chance against 4 hands. Just at this critical moment, you dashed forward like a raging wind. In a split second, you struck down the 2 guards. Peeved, both men spat out a mouthful of fresh blood right then and there. Sent flying by a single punch, they crashed down and passed out cold on the floor. Seeing this, Wang Hai was utterly stunned. Xiao Teng. You looked at your father, your heart absolutely aching with crushing guilt. After 3 long years apart, your father had been completely worn down by life, barely looking like his former self. Once upon a time, he used to be so proud and full of life, always dressed in sharp suits and leather shoes. But now, Dad, I am so sorry, your son is so utterly useless for coming too late. I let you suffer so much these past 3 years. Your father just smiled, his face wrinkled but so warm. He forcefully grabbed your shoulders. You clenched your fists, drowning in an ocean of shame. As a grown man, you almost burst into tears right then and there, but you fiercely fought them back. Gently helping your fallen father up from the ground. I didn't suffer, Dad is fine. Xiao Teng, please do not blame yourself. None of this is your fault. Wang Hai's old eyes overflowed with tears, his weathered but strong arms gripping onto Wang Teng's shoulders tightly. Well, it seems the food inside our country's prisons is not too bad after all. Look at how much bulkier you've gotten, kid. Just as father and son were reuniting, a terribly grating voice shattered their warm moment. Foreman Liu let out a cold scoff. I was wondering who the hell this was. So it is just your little ex-convict son. Hey, Wang Hai, I bet you and your son are heading straight to prison together very soon. Your little brat just beat up 2 of my security guards. I am calling the cops right now. I will sue you both for malicious assault. Foreman Liu threatened as he whipped out his phone to dial the police. Seeing this, you stopped your father, who was about to beg for mercy. Dad, let me handle this. With that said, you took a massive stride right up to Foreman Liu and snatched the phone straight out of his hand. With a single crush of your grip, the phone shattered into pieces. Foreman Liu was instantly terrified, shaking like a leaf. You dare use violence in a lawful society? Foreman Liu did not dare to fight back at all, stumbling backward in pure terror until he reached the edge of the stairs, and with a sudden slip, he tumbled backward and brutally crashed all the way down. His entire body felt like its bones were shattered, screaming out in agonizing pain. With a fall like that, Foreman Liu was going to be stuck in a hospital bed for at least 6 months to a year. You just shrugged your shoulders and said coldly, you tripped and fell all by yourself. Do not go blaming anyone else. Seeing this, all the pent-up frustration and gloom in Wang Hai's heart was completely washed away. He patted your shoulder. Xiao Teng, thank you so much. Dad feels so much better now. That bastard Liu got exactly what he deserved. You gave a slight nod. By the way, Dad, our whole family needs to have a proper reunion today. Now that I am back, I swear I will never let you suffer ever again. Hearing this, Wang Hai was overjoyed, pulling you excitedly toward the dining hall. Oh, you silly kid. Just having you back is all that matters. Come on, let's have a good drink, just father and son. The 2 of them rode an electric scooter for 20 minutes before finally arriving at the restaurant. Parking the little scooter in a row of luxury cars made it look a bit out of place. Right at that moment, a snow-white Maserati pulled up. The owner was none other than Liu Yanren, the lord of the northern region. Half an hour ago, she had received word that the demon god might have gone to the Pearl Grand Hotel, so she came to investigate in person. In the passenger seat, her companion, Long Aocean, frowned. General Zhou, isn't that Wang Teng? And Wang Hai, the head of the Wang family. What are they doing here? Liu Yanren turned her head, her gaze landing on you and Wang Hai as you stepped off the electric scooter. To think the head of the Wang family has been reduced to riding a scooter. Wang Teng just got out of prison today, so I suppose they're here to celebrate. Long Aocean let out a cold sneer. The Pearl Grand Hotel is top tier in Shanghai. A single meal easily costs tens of thousands. If you pop open a good bottle of wine, it's tens of thousands more. Wang Teng just got out of prison, how could he possibly afford that? Liu Yanren sighed helplessly. After all, he hasn't seen his father in 3 years. It's normal to want to splurge a bit. Go settle their bill for them later. Just consider it a small token of my goodwill. She still felt guilty about breaking off her engagement with you. Long Aocean nodded. Meanwhile, inside the supreme VIP private room of the Pearl Grand Hotel, everything had already been perfectly arranged in advance by the demon god. Tonight was the day you finally reunited with your family, and several bottles of precious red wine had been specially prepared. He kept a low profile, waiting down in the parking lot for the dinner to end. Up in the private room, Zhu Yue, Zhao Feng, Wang Xiaoyu, and Old Master Zhu Tinlu had already taken their seats. Yu and Wang Hai finally arrived. Brother, Dad, Old Wang, Little Teng, you finally made it, reunited as a family after 3 whole years. Zhao Feng and Wang Xiaoyu couldn't help but tear up. Yu and Wang Hai, however, remained much more composed. Mom, Dad, Xiaoyu, everyone, sit down. You raised your glass and toasted everyone one by one. Afterward, you walked over to Zhu Yue alone. You've taken care of my family for the past 3 years. I will absolutely never forget this kindness. Zhu Yue blushed warmly. Teng, Uncle, Auntie, and Xiaoyu are my family too. I was just doing my part. Old Master Zhu Tinlu chuckled happily. Wonderful, just wonderful. You 2 kids should go get your marriage certificate tomorrow morning. That way, I can finally rest easy. The private room was filled with joy and laughter. After a few rounds of drinks, you were feeling a little tipsy. Meanwhile, out in the hallway, Lu Yanren and Long Aocean looked gravely serious. What the hell is going on? We've turned the Pearl Grand Hotel upside down and still haven't found the demon god. Where on earth is he hiding? Long Aocean frowned in deep confusion. Lu Yanran's gaze locked onto the door of the supreme private room. Qingyuan, there's still one room we haven't checked. Long Aocean stepped closer and squinted at it. General Zhou, do you mean this supreme private room? Exactly, Lu Yanren gave a slight nod. But the people dining in here are either obscenely rich or incredibly powerful. Barging in like this, it might not be a good idea, right? But as long as the demon god is still out there, I won't be able to rest easy for a single day. If the sky falls, I'll hold it up. Go in and search. Yes, General. Having gotten Lu Yanran's permission, Long Aocean pushed the private room door right open. The very next second, Long Aocean was completely dumbfounded. Wang Teng? What are you doing here? Even though she knew you were at the Pearl Grand Hotel, she never expected you to be dining in the supreme private room. Long Aocean's sudden intrusion left everyone inside stunned. You were the first to react. Who the hell are you? Barging in here like this. Are you looking for a fight? Before Long Aocean could answer, Lu Yanren stepped in quickly. I'm the one who told him to come in. If you want to blame someone, blame me. Lu Yanren replied coldly. Lu Yanren? Why the hell is it you again? Your tone gradually grew annoyed. You just wanted to have a nice, quiet meal with your family. Why can't you Joes ever just leave things alone? Look, I'm sorry, I don't mean to intrude. We just received a report that an S-rank wanted criminal might be in here. I apologize for the interruption, but we have to do a sweep. As Lu Yanren spoke, her eyes darted around the private room, even though she didn't believe for a second that you could have anything to do with the demon god. Still, she insisted on searching thoroughly. Her actions made your blood boil. Enough. The person you're looking for isn't here. Get out right now. Your face darkened, and your hands clenched into tight fists. Even if the person standing in front of you was a woman, you were not about to show any mercy. Lu Yanren, on the other hand, didn't want to blow this out of proportion either. After a fruitless search, she headed for the door. I was too presumptuous today. Consider this a favor I owe you. If you ever run into trouble, come find me. With that, she left with Long Aocean. You let out a cold snort. So full of herself. Teng, who was that woman just now? Zhu Yue asked curiously. You thought for a moment and decided to hide the fact that you and Lu Yanren were once engaged. Oh, she's the war god of the north. The crowd wasn't surprised. After all, the Wang family used to be a top-tier wealthy family in Zhanghai, so it wasn't strange for them to know someone like her. After the dinner ended, the demon god disguised himself and drove you all back to the Zhu family villa. The moment you walked in, Lu quickly stormed over. Oh my god, Dad, how did you get so drunk? Lu quickly helped Grandpa Zhu onto the sofa, then turned to glare at you all, reeking of alcohol. She frowned in disgust. You Wangs really treat this place like your own home, don't you? Coming back dead drunk and expecting to sleep here? Let me tell you, no way in hell. Wang Teng, grab your father, Wang Hai, and get the hell out of here. Hearing this, your expression darkened slightly. Supporting Wang Hai, you were caught in an awkward spot, unsure whether to stay or go. Auntie Lu, it was a family reunion tonight, so we had a few extra drinks. I'll take my dad to wash up right now. And I promise we won't dirty your beds. Stop right there. Who said you could come in, Wang Teng? Your whole family has been freeloading at our house for so long, and I haven't even settled that score with you yet. And now you come stumbling back in the middle of the night, reeking of booze. This isn't a place for you to act up. Zhao Feng couldn't help but step forward, forcing an apologetic smile. Mrs. Zhu, I am so sorry. My husband had a little too much to drink tonight. I apologize on his behalf. But it's so late right now. If you kick us out, where are we supposed to go? That's not my problem, that's your business. Even if you have to sleep on the streets, it has nothing to do with me. Lu Quiqui replied coldly, crossing her arms over her chest. You took a deep breath and pulled out a black card worth 100 billion. Auntie Lu, our family owes yours a lot of favors. There is 100 billion on this card. Just as the tension peaked, Zhu Yue walked out of the kitchen. Mom, stop being so unreasonable. Why are you making such a fuss so late at night? She walked over and handed a cup of hangover tea to your dad, who was leaning on you. Wang Teng, just ignore her. Hurry up and help uncle inside to rest. Lu Quiqui immediately blew her top. Wei Wei, you ungrateful girl, siding with outsiders. Just look at this drunkard. If he throws up in my house, I will not let him off the hook. You and Zhu Yue helped Wang Hai upstairs together. After getting your father settled, you stepped out onto the balcony and lit a cigarette. The demon god quietly appeared behind you. Master, what are your orders? Find me a place to stay. Get the best place in Zhanghai. Yue's parents despise my family, and I'm sick of living under someone else's roof. Master, if you don't mind, you can stay at Zhanghai number 1. It's your subordinate's former residence, worth 1 billion. That works. I'll have my parents move in tomorrow morning. You handle the arrangements. How is the progress on the Ice Dragon vein? We investigated the area around Mount Yuming, and there's a plot of land to the southwest emitting an unusual freezing aura. I've sent men to excavate the site. We expect results in 3 days. Good. Notify me the moment you find something. The next morning, a large moving truck pulled up to the Zhu family villa. The driver arranged by the demon god was ready to help you move. Half an hour later, Zhu Yue stood at the door, clinging to your arm. Teng, you and your parents really don't have to leave. I can talk to my mom and dad. There's no need, Yue. I appreciate the thought, but I really don't like this feeling of living under someone else's roof. I'm so sorry, Teng. I apologize on their behalf. Silly girl, this isn't your fault. By the way, I left the recovery prescription for your grandpa in his room. Make sure you keep an eye on him and get him to take his medicine on time. You're busy moving this morning, so why don't we go get our marriage certificate right now? Sure, the Civil Affairs Bureau isn't too far from the new place. As the moving truck drove off, Lu Quiqui let out a huge sigh of relief. She turned to Zhu Yang and said, finally, we got rid of that family of leeches. Zhu Yang nodded in agreement. Whatever temporary place they found is probably a total dump anyway. Whether anyone can even live there is another story. Lu Quiqui suddenly chimed in. Wei Wei just got in the car with that kid Wang Teng. Do you think she'd actually go and get a marriage certificate with that broke loser? Zhu Yang narrowed his eyes into a smug smile, showing off the family register in his hand. The one in Wei Wei's bag is a fake I had someone make. They won't be able to get married, don't worry. Ha ha, you're so smart, honey. Meanwhile, inside the Zhanghai City marriage registration office. Your brows furrowed tightly as you looked at the family register in Zhu Yue's hands, asking the clerk in confusion. Are you saying there's a problem with my girlfriend's register? How is that possible? The clerk took a look. Sir, ma'am, miss, this family register is fake. We cannot verify your true identity. I'm sorry, but we can't process your marriage registration. Zhu Yue looked incredibly disappointed. She couldn't wrap her head around the fake register in her hands. You thought for a moment, then guessed. Yue, why don't you go back and ask your parents? Could they have tampered with it? As soon as you said that, it dawned on Zhu Yue. Her parents didn't want her marrying you, so it wasn't impossible for them to mess with the register. She hurriedly replied, okay, I'll go back and ask. I'll be right back. Wait for me, Teng. She grabbed the fake register and rushed home to confront her parents. At the same time, you received a call from the demon god. Master, the ice dragon vein has been found. But the southwest area of Mount Yuming is the private territory of the Lin family, Zhonghai's #1 ancient martial arts clan. If we keep digging, there might be trouble. The Lin family? Got it. Send me the location, I'll head over and take a look myself. Understood. Hanging up the phone, you immediately made a decision. This ice dragon vein was a matter of life and death and had to be dealt with right away. As for getting married, it could wait. You texted Zhu Yuwei, explaining that something urgent came up, and then rushed straight to Mount Yuming. At Mount Yuming, the demon god, dressed entirely in black, stood alone at the main gate of the Lin family's ancestral estate. In front of him stood over 100 ancient martial arts experts in neat formation, every single one of them a master of inner strength. The head of the Lin family, Lin Gaocheng, spoke up, I've heard so much about the great demon god. May I ask what brings you to our Lin family? The item my master wants is beneath your estate. Name your price. Sell this ancestral estate to me, the demon god said expressionlessly. The moment he said this, the Lin family members instantly flared up in anger. The Lin family had lived here in seclusion for hundreds of years. How could they possibly just sell off their ancestral home? How dare you? You think you can just buy our ancestral estate whenever you please? Yeah, exactly. Don't think we're scared of you just because you're a wanted criminal. The men of the Lin family are no pushovers. Brothers, let's get him. Throw him out. Seeing that negotiations had broken down, the demon god prepared to attack. Right at that moment, you suddenly appeared. You pressed a hand on the demon god's shoulder. Hold on. Yes, master. This subordinate is incompetent for failing to secure the estate. This scene left Lin Gaocheng completely shocked. That was the demon god, a ruthless, globally wanted killer. And he actually addressed you as master? Just who on earth are you? Who's in charge here? I never hide my name or my identity. I am Lin Gaocheng, head of the Lin family. You nodded. Patriarch Lin, I mean no offense. I came here looking for a dragon vein. This dragon vein is of no use to you, but it means everything to me. Why don't we cooperate? Cooperate how? Your gaze swept across the Lin family's ancestral estate. The Lin estate is massive. I'm sure you can spare a guest room or a courtyard, right? Lin Gaocheng slowly nodded. Of course. Our estate covers over 100 acres. We have plenty of empty rooms. That's perfect, then. As long as Patriarch Lin rents one of those courtyards to me. I'll just come by occasionally for a retreat. You can name your price. Lin Gaocheng hesitated. Just then, an elder of the Lin family whispered, Patriarch, you can't. He's an outsider, we absolutely cannot trust him. I fear this man has ulterior motives. Lin Gaocheng nodded, finding it reasonable. Just as he was about to refuse, you added, Patriarch Lin, aside from the rent, I can also take care of your family's enemies. Ancient martial arts families have plenty of feuds, don't they? With me here, no one will dare to cause trouble. As soon as you finished speaking, a majestic aura erupted from your body, piercing straight into the clouds. The Lin family experts all trembled in awe. Such terrifying power. Are you a Grand Master? Lin Gaocheng asked, completely dumbfounded. You silently nodded. Exactly. Ordinary martial artists spend their entire lives stuck at the outer force stage. And only ancient martial arts families with deep foundations like the Lin family have any chance of producing inner force experts. Inner force is already 1 in 10,000, and as for Grandmasters, there are no more than 3 in the entire Dragon Nation. After learning you were a Grandmaster, Lin Gaocheng took a deep breath and said solemnly, Alright, since you are a Grandmaster, I agree to lease the courtyard to you. But I don't want your money, I just ask for one condition. If foreign enemies attack, you must lend a hand to our Lin family. Deal. You agreed calmly. Lin Gaocheng briskly stepped forward, shook your hand, and ordered his servants to quickly clear out a bamboo courtyard for you. You and the Demon Lord moved into the courtyard. You said to the Demon Lord, I will be cultivating here to cure my poison. Stand guard for me. Don't let anyone in. Yes, Master. The Demon Lord then closed the courtyard gate and stood guard outside. Inside the bamboo courtyard at the foot of Mount Yuming, you sat cross-legged and silently circulated your energy. The rich, freezing aura filled you with immense joy. It really is an ice dragon vein down there. As long as I come here to cultivate often, the fire toxin will be completely cured sooner or later. You immersed your mind, using the dragon vein's freezing aura to purge the fire toxin. Meanwhile, over at the Lin family ancestral hall, some of the traditional elders were still against renting the courtyard to you and the demon lord. Lin Gaocheng went to great lengths to convince them to observe for a while, and take the courtyard back if anything seemed off. At this very moment, 2 other groups had also arrived at Mount Yuming. One group consisted of experts from the Lin family's mortal enemy, the ancient martial arts Yu family. The other group was Lu Yanren, Long Aoshan, and their team, who had tracked down the demon lord's trail. Lu Yanran's squad was trailing behind the Yu family, getting ready to swoop in at the very end like the ultimate predator. General Zhou, the intel was accurate this time. My men saw the demon lord arrive at Mount Yuming with their own eyes, Long Aoshan whispered. Lu Yanren nodded. No matter what happens today, we are closing the net. Right at that moment, nearly 100 inner force experts from the Yu family had arrived in front of the Lin family's old manor. An elderly man in a long robe sneered viciously. Lin Gaocheng, I have finally broken through to the transcendent realm. From today onward, the #1 ancient martial arts family will belong to none other than my Ning family. Crawl out here and surrender right now, and I just might spare your miserable life. Following the Ning family patriarch's words, the Lin family members swarmed out of the manor. Lin Gaocheng narrowed his eyes. Ning Chunchu, you've reached the transcendent realm? Ha, I don't believe it. Oh, you doubt I'm at the transcendent realm? Then you can see for yourself with this strike. Ning Chunchu laughed as he unleashed a palm strike. A stone lion was instantly blasted to pieces, sending a booming shockwave rattling through the Lin family gates. This act instantly infuriated the Lin family. Lin Gaocheng's expression darkened, and he launched a lightning-fast double punch. However, Ning Chunchu caught it with a single hand. Lin Gaocheng, I'll show you just how terrifying a transcendent expert really is. As soon as the words left his mouth, Ning Chunchu slammed a palm right into Lin Gaocheng's chest. Ugh! Lin Gaocheng spat out a massive spray of blood, staggering backward over a dozen steps on the spot. Patriarch, are you okay? Ning Chunchu, how dare you? How dare you run wild in the Lin family? You won't get away with this today. Seeing his family members about to recklessly charge in, Lin Gaocheng hurriedly held them back. Don't be rash, hurry to the bamboo courtyard and get that gentleman. As soon as he said that, someone dashed off. Ning Chunchu raised an eyebrow and sneered, oh? So you actually have backup? Bring them on, I'd love to see who could possibly save you. The bamboo courtyard was perfectly peaceful, until a sudden uproar broke out outside. The demon god was just about to see what was going on, when a Lin family member rushed up to the door. Mr. Wang, please, we need your help. You turned into a blur, sweeping through the crowd with an absolutely unstoppable force. In the blink of an eye, Ding Bao and his gang were instantly obliterated into a mist of blood. However, Lu Yanren and Long Aoshan had already left, completely missing this jaw-dropping scene. Meanwhile, you pulled out your phone and gave a cold-blooded order to the demon god. 3 minutes, I want the exact location of the wolf gang's headquarters. Feeling the pure rage radiating through the phone, the demon god didn't dare to waste a single second. He asked cautiously, Master? What did the wolf gang do to cross you? Your voice was entirely devoid of emotion. They laid a hand on my family. And for that reason alone, I want every single one of them dead. Boom. As soon as those words left your mouth, your terrifying aura skyrocketed, making you look like a god of death descending upon the earth. You instantly vanished from the spot. Meanwhile, at the Zhanghai Seaside Resort, inside the wolf gang's headquarters, Xiao Feilang had his arms wrapped around 2 hot girls in black stockings, thoroughly enjoying their company. Suddenly, a panicked knocking pounded on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Xiao Feilang frowned. Who the hell is interrupting me right now? A trembling voice called out from the other side. Boss. We've got a huge problem. Sensing something was wrong, Xiao Feilang immediately yelled. Get in here. A Wolfgang underling practically crawled into the room in a blind panic. His face was as pale as a ghost. Boss, Brother Leopard and the boys, they've all been killed. Boom, Xiao Feilang shot up from his seat, his face painted with utter disbelief. What did you just say? He lunged forward and grabbed the guy by the collar. Tell me exactly what you saw. Every single word. Brother Leopard took the guys to find Wang Teng's family. They were just about to smash the door in, when out of nowhere, Lu Yanren showed up. Hearing that name, Xiao Feilang's pupils violently shrank. The Lord of the North? The God of War, Lu Yanren? Why the hell is a massive shot like her in Zhanghai? She had a quick argument with Wang Teng, and then she just left. But the very second she walked away, Wang Teng made his move. Brother Leopard and the others, they were completely obliterated into a bloody mist. Xiao Feilang was absolutely dumbfounded. In an instant? How is that even possible? Leopard had over a dozen guys with him. And he even had Fan Yuan, an inner energy master. How the hell does an inner energy master get taken out in a single hit? Boss, I swear, it was just 1 second. I didn't even see him move. Wang Teng just flickered, and Brother Leopard and the boys were completely wiped out. At those words, Xiao Feilang's face turned dead serious. One-shotting an inner energy martial artist. Without a second thought, Xiao Feilang contacted all the top fighters within the Wolf Gang, ordering them to gather at the headquarters immediately. His gut was screaming at him. He had definitely messed with the wrong guy this time. Meanwhile, on your end, you had just received the coordinates from the demon god. A split second later, radiating pure murderous intent, you stormed right into the seaside resort. Over a dozen thugs in black suits immediately blocked the entrance. Freeze right there. This is the Wolf Gang's private turf. The Wolf Gang is exactly who I'm looking for. You got a death wish, huh? Boys, grab your weapons. He snatches up a steel pipe and swings it hard right at your head. But you just backhand catch it mid-air. With a smooth thrust, squelch, the pipe goes straight through the thug's thigh. Along with his agonizing scream, the rest of the gang instantly surrounds you. A barrage of weapons comes crashing down on you. But just a few seconds later, you walk out without a single scratch. Instead, those punks are the ones pinned to the ground beneath your foot. Completely knocked out cold, right at that moment, the armed guards deep inside the headquarters finally notice you. Who the hell dares to crash the Wolf Gang? Get on your knees, right now. Yet, you completely ignore him. Oozing with killing intent, you march straight toward the heart of the base. Bang! A gunshot rings out, and the buzz-cut guard opens fire without a second thought. In the split second the slug is about to take your head off, you snap up 2 fingers. And with flawless precision, you catch the flying lead right out of the air. What the heck is going on? The buzz-cut guy is scared out of his mind. Catching a bullet bare-handed? Is this guy even human? While he's completely frozen in shock, you just flick your finger. That very same bullet gets fired right back at him. This time, it's flying even faster, hitting with even more devastating power. It instantly blasts right through the buzz-cut man's head. Right on cue, the elite fighters of the Wolf Gang finally gather around. A massive brute with muscles practically bursting out of his suit lets out a cold smirk. The boss was actually right. Some suicidal punk really did show up to throw his life away. Are you the head of the Wolf Gang? Zhang Yuwei stares you down with pure arrogance. You're not worthy of seeing our boss just yet. You've got to get past me, Phi. But before he can even finish his sentence, you vanish in a blur. Wham! A single punch, striking with unstoppable force, you smash him right in the chest. Zhang Yuwei's body flies back like a kite with a snapped string, launching over 100 meters into the air. With just one single move, the second strongest fighter of the Wolf Gang is instantly obliterated. Every single thug is left completely paralyzed in shock. Meanwhile, you casually brush the dust off your shoulder and march straight toward the hundreds of elite fighters. Anyone in my way is dead meat. Stop him right now. A loud roar echoes out. Hundreds of elite fighters flood toward you like a massive tidal wave. But you don't even flinch. Instead of backing down, you charge straight into the clash. You're like a ferocious tiger unleashed into a flock of helpless sheep. Everywhere you strike, bodies are sent flying. In just a matter of minutes, you step out of the mob without a single scratch, leaving behind a field of wrecked bodies groaning in pure agony. Having dealt with the small fry, you kick the massive doors of the luxury building wide open and begin the hunt for your real target, Xiao Feilang. At this exact moment, the footsteps outside the door are drawing closer and closer. Xiao Feilang's face is dead serious. Judging strictly by the sound of those footsteps, he knows your power is way beyond the Grandmaster level. He knows he's no match for you in a fistfight. His only shot at survival is heavy firepower. Is everything ready to go? Xiao Feilang snaps at his top lieutenants. The second he shows his face, light him up. Right at that moment, you stop right in your tracks. You don't try to bust through the door. Instead, you stand outside and throw a devastating punch straight into the solid wall. Boom! The reinforced wall instantly explodes into a massive, gaping hole. Xiao Feilang panics, immediately spinning his barrel around. Open fire! He let out a furious roar, spraying wild gunfire right into that hole. Bang 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 bang. The roaring flames from the AK-47 shredded the wall to pieces in a split second. He gripped the AK, completely emptying the mag in a frenzy. After 30 seconds of relentless crossfire, everyone's rifles clicked empty. Xiao Failang held his breath, staring dead at the hole. You too, go check it out. But the moment his men stepped up to the door, before they could even make out a thing. Two blood-curdling screams pierced the air. Right after, two bloody severed heads were tossed straight into the room. They rolled right to Xiao Failang's feet. Boss. What the? The last two lieutenants couldn't sit still anymore. This Wang Teng. He was way more vicious than their entire wolf gang. Completely out of his mind, even Xiao Failang broke out in a cold sweat. But he was the boss, after all. He forced himself to stay cool, reload, wait for him to show his face, then light him up. But right as they slapped fresh mags in, your ice-cold voice echoed from the hallway. Xiao Failang, I'm giving you one chance to end it yourself. I'll leave your body intact. My head is right here. Come and take it if you've got the guts. Alright, you asked for it. The second the words left his mouth, you blurred into a phantom shadow. You flashed past their eyes in an instant. Your speed was blazing, like a shooting star. Open fire. Several AK rifles spat roaring flames once again. But this time, you crushed their weapons with your bare hands. With a few sharp cracks, you snapped the rifles of Xiao Failang and his men like twigs. Before Xiao Failang could even process the shock, you had him by the throat in a vice grip. You hoisted him clean off the ground. His face turned bright purple, as he thrashed and struggled desperately. But your strength was an absolute, crushing abyss. The two lieutenants nearby reached for their guns, but you backhanded them with a single strike each. Both dropped dead right on the spot. Now, it was just you and Xiao Failang left in the room. You shook your head slightly. I gave you a chance. Too bad you couldn't back it up. True terror finally flooded Xiao Failang's eyes. He shook like a leaf, begging for his life. Please, let me go. I'll make you the boss of the wolf gang. The money, the power, it's all yours. Too bad you didn't care to hear a single word of it. Snap, you just tightened your grip, and completely crushed his windpipe. Then, like tossing out the trash, you dropped his lifeless body to the floor. The one thing you never, ever should have done, was target my family. With that, you turned and walked away. But the moment you stepped out, Zhanghai City went into a total, city-wide lockdown. And all because the massive wolf gang, with a headquarters of 500 or 600 men, was wiped off the map in a single night. Not to mention their boss, Xiao Failang, getting his neck snapped bare-handed. The sheer brutality of the massacre sent shockwaves across all of Zhanghai. Mayor Xiao Sanfeng issued the order himself. Chief Lu, I am giving you 24 hours to hunt down the killer. If they resist, shoot to kill on sight. No authorization needed. Meanwhile, at that exact moment, you had already handled business and made it back to the villa. Mom, Dad, Xiao Yu, are you guys okay? You burst into the living room, checking on your family. Wang Xiaoyu shook her head, her face completely pale. We're okay, big brother. Just totally terrified. Did the wolf gang not come after you? The chaos outside had been so incredibly loud. They had huddled inside, too terrified to even peek out the window. You just give a casual smile. No, I heard some master completely wiped out the wolf gang. They won't be coming back. Your sister, Wang Xiaoyu, is absolutely stunned. Who on earth has the skills to wipe out the wolf gang? I mean, here in Zhanghai City, just the mention of the wolf gang is enough to make people pale. You quickly make up an excuse. I'm not sure. The news said the whole city is on lockdown. But right at that moment, your dad, Wang Hai, shoots you a very meaningful look. Xiao Teng, come with me for a second. The moment you step into the study, your dad's face instantly turns dead serious. The guy who took out the wolf gang, do you know him? After all, the wolf gang just came here looking for trouble, and the very next second, their entire headquarters gets wiped off the map. If you tell me this has nothing to do with you, who's gonna believe that? You really don't want your dad to worry, so you give him a half-truth. Dad, the Lord of the North, Lu Yanren, was also here earlier. Hearing this, the suspicion in your dad's eyes finally fades away. Just then, your phone suddenly rings. On the other end, Chen Jinlai's voice sounds completely panicked. Mr. Wang, this is bad. The police pulled the security footage. They spotted you at the coastal resort. You are now their #1 suspect. Got it, the cops are already on their way. Alright, thanks to this heads up, I'll help you out once. You hang up and head out immediately. The last thing you want is the cops surrounding the house and scaring your family. You head straight for the suburbs, intentionally showing your face on every security camera along the way. Sure enough, a second later, countless police cars come roaring in with sirens blaring, completely surrounding you. Chief Lu barks an order. Wang Teng, you're a prime suspect in a major criminal case. You're coming with us. Despite being completely boxed in, you remain perfectly calm. You slowly reach into your bag, knowing that as soon as you flash that token, everything will be resolved in an instant. But right at that moment, a figure suddenly dashes through the crowd. Hold it right there, you've got the wrong guy. It's none other than the Lord of the North, Lu Yanren. You furrow your brows, and quietly slip the token back into your bag. Seeing her, Chief Lu violently flinches in sheer panic. General Lu, what are you doing here? Lu Yanran's eyes are ice cold. I am the Lord of the North. Do I need to report my whereabouts to you? Chief Lu breaks into a cold sweat. Desperate, he tries to use the mayor's name. General Lu, this is an absolute order from Mayor Xiao. But Lu Yanren couldn't care less about the mayor's authority. She drops an incredibly dominant line. I'm taking him with me. Go back and tell Xiao Sanfeng. I, Lu Yanren, am personally taking over this case. With that, she grabs you by the arm and drags you away, right in front of the entire Zhanghai police force, leaving a whole squad of cops standing there dumbfounded. Chief, do we go after them? Chief Lu slaps him hard across the head. Are you out of your damn mind? That is the #1 female god of war in the entire Dragon Kingdom. She commands 100,000 special forces troops, and she holds the highest level of immunity. Lu Dao is scared out of his wits. They have no choice but to awkwardly head back and report to the mayor. OLICE, meanwhile, Lu Yanren keeps a tight grip on your arm, dragging you a full 2 kilometers without stopping, and you don't even put up a fight. Instead, you just stare at her, completely amused. So, General Lu, exactly how long do you plan on holding my hand? To your surprise, Lu Yanren stops dead in her tracks. She lets out an icy scoff, turning around to shoot you a fierce glare. Wang Teng, do you really think just because I owe you one, you can do whatever the hell you want? You furrow your brows. What is that supposed to mean? Her voice is full of warning. I don't want to know if you were the one who killed the men from the Wolfgang. But let me warn you, this is the absolute last time I am helping you. I know breaking off our engagement was wrong, but I am not going to clean up your messes for the rest of my life. As she says this, a hint of vulnerability crosses her fierce face, and tears even begin to well up in her eyes. She looks as if she has suffered the greatest grievance in the world. You are completely taken aback. To think that the magnificent goddess of war of the Dragon Kingdom could have such a fragile side. You are not made of stone, after all. So, you reply softly, I will repay your favor 10 times over. But this immediately makes Lu Yanren laugh out of sheer frustration. She shoots you a fierce glare. When it comes to power, I am the commander of the northern frontier, answering to almost no one. When it comes to wealth, my Lu family has trillions in assets. Our fortune rivals entire nations. And in martial arts, I am a half-step grandmaster, ranking in the top 5 of the entire Dragon Kingdom. She stares daggers at you and asks, emphasizing every single word. Tell me, if there is a problem that even I cannot solve, how on earth could you help me? You fall silent instantly. You know that saying anything else right now is completely pointless. Suddenly, Lu Yanran's phone rings. General Lu, that mysterious organization you told me to keep an eye on has entered the country. They are right here in Zhanghai. What? Lu Yanren instantly wipes away her tears. Her eyes return to their icy glare. She shoots you one last look. Remember, this is the last time. You are on your own now. The moment she finishes speaking, her figure moves like lightning, vanishing in an instant. You stare at her fading silhouette. Take out your phone and make a call. Demon God, besides protecting my family, keep a close eye on Lu Yanren. If she runs into any trouble, I want to be the first to know. A deeply respectful voice answers from the other end of the line. Understood, Master. Every grudge must be settled, and every favor must be repaid. Meanwhile, over at the Zhanghai airport, 3 men in sharp suits get into a van. The leader gives an order in heavily accented Chinese. The target is Wang Teng. His power level could be at the Grandmaster tier. We take him out from a distance with sniper rifles. Do not engage him in close combat. Right after that, he dials the head of the Shaw family. Patriarch Shaw, this is Flying Eagle. The organization sent me to carry out the cleanup mission. Once the mission is complete, we will smuggle your entire family out of the country. The Shaw Patriarch is absolutely overjoyed. Excellent, I will eagerly await your good news. But little did he know, the very moment the call disconnected, a flash of murderous intent crosses Flying Eagle's eyes. He turns to his comrades with a cold sneer. Once Wang Teng is eliminated, wipe out the Shaw family as well. This is not my call. These are direct orders from Lady Black Rose. However, before he could even finish his sentence, a deafening bang echoes through the air. One of the Alfred van's tires blows out instantly, and the vehicle violently spirals out of control. It skids wildly across the road, before crashing and flipping onto its side with a massive roar. But Flying Eagle and his men are half-step grandmasters, after all. They shatter the windows and leap out with effortless grace. Completely unharmed, the driver is dead. Flying Eagle takes one look at him, his tone ice cold. Another white man picks up a spike from the ground, his eyes narrowing sharply. It is a tire-shredding spike. It is an ambush, and in the very next second, Lu Yanren and Long Aoshin showed up at the exact same time. Yanren's eyes were icy cold. She spoke in a low, dangerous tone. So, you're from the Illuminati. I've been waiting a long time for you. Flying Eagle's pupils shrank in shock. A half-step grandmaster, a woman in the Dragon Kingdom reaching this level. There can only be one. His partner instantly caught on. Ah, the Lord of the North, Lu Yanren. Instead of panicking, Flying Eagle burst into laughter. Perfect timing. You're a top priority target on the organization's hit list. We might as well take you out right here, right now. Yanren scoffed coldly. Let's see if you actually have what it takes. The very second those words left her mouth, she unleashed her full aura. The terrifying pressure of a half-step grandmaster shattered the ground beneath her feet. With her hair whipping wildly in the wind, she launched a deadly baji punch straight at Flying Eagle's face. Flying Eagle didn't dare underestimate her. He threw up both arms to block, barely surviving the fatal blow. At the exact same time, Long Aoshin charged at the second assassin. But there were three of them. The third was another half-step grandmaster, lurking in the shadows like a venomous snake, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Yanren had already sensed him. She held back 30% of her power while fighting Flying Eagle, just to guard against a sneak attack. The fight was absolutely brutal, with every punch landing hard on flesh. Life and death hung by a single thread. After trading over a dozen brutal blows, Long Aoshin just couldn't hold his own. He took a vicious kick that sent him flying, violently coughing up blood. Witnessing this, Yanren's heart clenched in panic. She tried to save him, but Flying Eagle locked her down completely. He blasted a deadly palm strike straight at her chest, roaring fiercely. Drop dead, Yanren had no choice but to step back, her heart sinking into her stomach. She had totally miscalculated. She never expected the Illuminati to deploy 3 half-step grandmasters at once. But what none of them knew was, hiding behind a massive tree just a short distance away, a pair of eyes was coldly watching the entire battlefield. The demon god was on his phone, reporting directly to you. Master, Yanren is completely surrounded by 3 half-step grandmasters. I don't think she's making it out of this one. On the other end of the line, you frowned deeply. 3 half-step grandmasters? Who exactly are these guys? From what I'm hearing, they're from the Illuminati. The Illuminati, your voice turned absolute ice. Got it, step in and get her out of there. Yes, sir. Back on the battlefield, with Aoshin down, Yanren was instantly pushed to the absolute brink. Fighting 1 against 3, she was wide open. Flying Eagle was just about to launch a fatal sneak attack from behind. But at that absolute life or death moment, a terrifying figure crashed down from the sky. A monstrous aura exploded outwards. Boom! Flying Eagle's lethal strike was swatted away like it was absolutely nothing. Yanren snapped her head around, her face twisted in pure, utter shock. Demon God? What the hell are you doing here? The entire dynamic shifted in an instant. Why would the demon god, her sworn enemy, step in to save her? Right then, he spoke in a completely flat tone. Lu Yanren, you can believe me or not, but I'm actually here to help you today. Flying Eagle and the other 2 assassins went dead pale. The name Demon God was absolutely legendary to them. He was the undisputed strongest of all half-step grandmasters. A freak of nature who could actually go toe-to-toe with a true grandmaster. Flying Eagle's face darkened as he glared daggers at him. Demon God, are you seriously going to stick your nose into the Illuminati's business? But the Demon God just let out a dark chuckle. I do whatever the hell I want, whenever I feel like it. I don't give a damn if you're the Illuminati or the Dark Order. I'll slaughter you all the exact same way. A vicious glint flashed in Flying Eagle's eyes. Unbelievably, he actually tried to strike a deal. Don't forget, you're on the Dragon Kingdom's most wanted list too. Why don't we team up and finish her off together? As soon as he said that, Lu Yanran's heart leapt right into her throat. She was terrified the Demon God would turn on her. If he did, she'd be a dead woman today. But the very next second, the Demon God gave her an answer with his actions. Boom, a blur suddenly flashed by, and the Demon God had already clamped his hand tightly around Flying Eagle's neck. He slowly lifted him up into midair, staring right into Flying Eagle's terrified eyes. He gave a wicked smirk. Are you trying to tell me what to do? At that moment, Flying Eagle felt like a massive mountain was crushing down on him. He couldn't move an inch. Lu Yanran seized this perfect opportunity to knock back another assassin. Seeing his comrade captured, the third assassin decisively gave up on Lu Yanran. He spun around and attacked the Demon God, forcing him back with a single strike to save Flying Eagle. He said in a low, serious tone, "The mission comes first." Flying Eagle finally snapped out of his daze and waved his hand. Fall back. The three of them fled at lightning speed. The Demon God couldn't even be bothered to chase after them. After all, the only order you gave him was to bail them out. Lu Yanran helped the injured Long Aoshin to his feet. She stared intently at the Demon God. Why did you help me? The Demon God cast a sideways glance at her, his tone completely indifferent. Someone doesn't want you dead. Before he even finished speaking, his figure blurred, and he instantly vanished from the spot. Meanwhile, you were standing at the entrance of Zhu Jewelry Company, holding a freshly bought bouquet of roses. You wanted to give Zhu Yue a little romantic surprise. The moment quitting time rolled around, Zhu Yue walked out of the building. But right at that moment, a flashy red Ferrari 488 slammed on the brakes. A young man decked out head to toe in designer clothes stepped out holding 99 roses and walked straight towards Zhu Yue. Yue, let's grab dinner together. Zhu Yue furrowed her brows, her eyes filled with absolute annoyance. Mr. Wu, I've told you this a million times. I already have a boyfriend. But Wu Yingji just laughed. There you go again. I've been chasing you for a whole year and I've never even seen this so-called boyfriend of yours. The next second, Zhu Yue pointed right in your direction. My boyfriend is standing right over there. Wu Yingji froze for a second. He turned around and saw you. He looked you up and down, his face absolutely dripping with contempt. Come on, Yue, stop joking around. A broke loser like him who isn't even wearing a single designer label. You actually expect me to believe you're into him? However, Zhu Yue just walked straight over to your side. She took the bouquet of roses right out of your hands and linked her arm intimately with yours. Mr. Wu, let me introduce you. This is my boyfriend, Wang Teng. You gave a faint smile, looking right at him. Sorry, man, my girlfriend is already taken. Seeing this, Wu Yingji's face instantly turned livid. He let out a cold, hard sneer. Who the hell do you think you are? You actually think you're worthy of fighting me for the woman I want? You furrowed your brow. This guy really didn't know what was good for him. Wu Yingji marched right up to your face, pulled out his Ferrari car keys, and dangled them right in front of you. Do you even know what this is? This car alone is worth more than your miserable life. My money gives me all the power I need. Knowing that you had just gotten out of prison, Zhu Yue immediately stepped in front to defend you. So what if my boyfriend doesn't have any money? As long as I'm rich, that's more than enough. That single sentence made Wu Yingji's cheek twitch violently. He glared absolute daggers right at you. With a face full of jealousy and mockery, he scoffed. So after all that, you're just a freeloading sugar baby, huh? No wonder you don't have the guts to compete with me. Zhu Yue was furious, grabbing your arm to pull you away. Teng, let's go. Just ignore this jerk. You couldn't be bothered wasting breath on a clown like him, turning on your heel to leave. But right at that moment, Wu Yingji suddenly leapt into his Ferrari. He slammed on the gas. Amidst the ear-piercing roar of the engine, the sports car swerved right in front of you, almost running you over. Zhu Yue screamed, Wu Yingji, are you out of your damn mind? Your face instantly darkened, boiling with absolute fury. Wu, do you have a death wish? But Wu Yingji just gave a contemptuous smirk. Leaning against his car door, he sneered, Wang Teng, do you have the guts to compete with me man to man? If you beat me, I'll acknowledge that Yue is your girlfriend. Extremely annoyed, you shot back, who the hell do you think you are? Like I need your approval. If you're too chicken to face me, then don't blame me when I harass Zhu Yue every single day. That crossed the line, completely igniting your rage. You took a deep breath, your eyes turning ice cold. Fine, since you're begging to be humiliated, I'll grant your wish. What are we playing, a fist fight? Wu Yingji just burst out laughing. A fist fight? That's way too childish. Grown men should compete like grown men. Immediately after, dripping with superiority, he rattled off a list of sports. Equestrian, fencing, golf, skiing. Take your pick. If you can beat me, I swear I'll disappear for good. These were all ridiculously expensive, high society sports. Hearing this, Zhu Yue panicked. Wu Yingji, you're playing dirty. My boyfriend doesn't even do any of those. Wu Yingji just shrugged, pulling out his ultimate move to humiliate you. If you're scared, that's fine. Break up with her right now, and I'll write you a check for 5 million. 5 million? Keep your pocket change, we'll play by your rules. Whatever you want, I'll take you on. Wu Yingji's face lit up instantly, looking absolutely certain of his victory. You said it yourself, if you lose, you get the hell away from Yue immediately. But you cut him off, totally deadpan. If we're gonna play, let's raise the stakes. Wu Yingji froze for a second. How do you want to play it, then? You can pick whatever sport you want. But if you lose, I'm taking one of your hands. The moment you said that, Wu Yingji's face turned pale. But he quickly burst into laughter, assuming you were just bluffing. Deal, bring it on. If you lose, you're getting your hand chopped off too. He was the young master of the Wu family, after all, raised on elite, high society training. He had mastered all those sports to perfection. To him, you were just some stubborn, broke loser trying to save face. How could you possibly beat him? Face full of worry, Zhu Yue pulled at your arm. Teng, there's no need to entertain him. Wei, it's fine. If I don't crush this punk's delusions right now, he'll never leave us alone. Wu Yingji pointed at a country club right across the street. Since you said I could pick. We're doing fencing. This was his absolute best sport. He had even won a national gold medal in it. He was 100% certain he was going to beat you like a dog. But the moment you heard the word fencing, you almost burst out laughing. Wu Yingji thought you were scared. What's the matter, you scared? You nodded, looking at him like he was a total idiot. I am scared, I'm just scared you'll embarrass yourself too badly. Wu Yingji scoffed coldly. HMPH, anyone can talk big. We'll see what you're really made of in a minute. The very next second, the three of you walked into the fencing club. You and Wu Yingji both put on your protective gear and stepped onto the platform. Wu Yingji was already a big shot in Zhonghai City. The news that he was betting his hands in a match spread like wildfire. Young Master Wu is a former national champion. The odds are 1 to 8. Hurry up and place your bets. As soon as those words dropped, the crowd went absolutely crazy placing their bets. This is practically free money. I'm betting 10,000 on young Master Wu. I'm putting down 50,000 on him. The entire venue instantly erupted into a frenzy. Everyone was waiting to see you get totally crushed. Wu Yingji carefully adjusted his protective gear and picked up his fencing sword. But right at that moment, he suddenly furrowed his brows, staring dead at you. Wang Teng, what the hell is this? Are you seriously planning to fight me with that garbage tree branch? The eyes of the entire crowd instantly locked onto your hand. You had actually just casually picked up a locust tree branch from outside the door. Not only was it way shorter than his fencing sword, but it looked like it would snap the second it was touched. The crowd instantly exploded. Is this kid out of his mind? Showing off with a damn twig? He's basically begging young Master Wu to one-shot him. The odds have shot up to 1 to 20. Honestly, even at 1 to 100, nobody would dare bet on him winning. Yet, facing everyone's doubts and mockery, you just gave a calm, indifferent smile. You placed one hand behind your back, while your left hand loosely gripped that locust branch. With a look of pure contempt, you said, to beat a piece of trash like you, a tree branch is more than enough. Wu Yingji's face turned livid with rage. You arrogant prick, I'll have you on your knees begging for mercy in a second. The moment the words left his mouth, he lunged forward, thrusting his sword straight at your left hand. To him, your stance was full of openings. But right at the very instant his blade thrust toward you, you just leaned slightly to the side, effortlessly dodging the strike. Before Wu Yingji could even react, you whipped your hand back. That dead branch in your grasp swiped across his sword-holding wrist like a flash of lightning. Smack! A crisp sound echoed through the room. Wu Yingji's wrist swelled up and turned red right before everyone's eyes. He let out an agonizing scream. Clang! The fencing sword crashed to the floor. You just stood there, staring at him with zero expression. You coldly opened your mouth. Is that all you've got? The entire room fell dead silent. Everyone was completely dumbfounded. Just one move, using nothing but a literal twig, you knocked the sword right out of a national champion's hand. This was an absolute massacre. Wu Yingji couldn't handle the utter humiliation. He scrambled to pick up his sword, absolutely furious from the embarrassment. You little brat, I just underestimated you back there. Take this. This time, he went all out, throwing everything he had at you with blindingly fast and vicious strikes. The tip of his blade rained down on you like a torrential storm. Yet, you just strolled around like you were taking a walk in the park. You dodged his stormy barrage with total ease. At the exact same time, the branch in your hand effortlessly found every single gap in his offense. Smack! You whipped him mercilessly. After several rounds of this, you didn't have a single scratch on you. Meanwhile, Wu Yingji couldn't even touch the hem of your shirt. Instead, that rough branch in your hand had already whipped his clothes into shreds, leaving him looking like an absolute beggar. The gap in your power levels couldn't be any more obvious. Screw you, you son of a bitch. Wu Yingji had completely snapped. Unable to take the humiliation any longer, he lunged forward in a suicidal, do-or-die frenzy, thrusting his sword straight for your heart. This isn't just a match anymore, this is murder. You frown slightly, your gaze turns ice cold in an instant. You've decided to end him. You're asking for it, you scoff coldly, channeling your inner energy into that fragile little tree branch. In the next second, a flick, a lift, and a sharp swing. 3 sword strikes flow together, fast as lightning. Then, a massive crash echoes out. Boom! The solid fencing sword in Wu Yingji's hand is shattered to pieces by your tree branch. The jaws of everyone in the audience practically hit the floor. A flimsy branch actually beat a real sword? It even smashed that solid steel to pieces. Wu Yingji is completely dumbfounded. His hands are trembling, and his entire body is battered. He doesn't have a single ounce of fight left in him. You look at him, completely expressionless, and coldly spit out the final words. You lose. But to everyone's surprise, Wu Yingji's face twists in rage, the veins bulging on his forehead. Wang, you didn't play by the freaking rules. Using a tree branch doesn't count as real fencing. He lost, but he's trying to weasel his way out of it in front of everyone. Your eyes turn freezing cold, radiating absolute menace. What, are you trying to back out of our deal? Wu Yingji scoffs coldly. He looks around and shouts to the crowd. You all saw it, tell me, did this punk actually follow the rules? The moment he says that, the crowd instantly catches on. He is forcing them to take a side. Nobody wants to get on the bad side of the Wu family. In the blink of an eye, the tide turns entirely. Young Master Wu is right. He didn't follow the rules, so this match is completely void. Exactly, stop acting all high and mighty with a stupid branch. If you used a real sword, you would have lost ages ago. You look around at this bunch of absolute clowns, letting out a cold, mocking laugh. They really can turn black into white. Meanwhile, Wu Yingji's face is dripping with pure arrogance. He shrugs his shoulders. See, everyone agrees I didn't lose. You really can't blame me for this. The moment he turns around to walk away, you instantly lunge forward. Blocking his path completely, Wu Yingji furrows his brows. What do you think you're doing? I am the heir to the Wu family. You crack your knuckles, your eyes dead and icy. I don't give a damn who you are. You lost the bet, so you're leaving a hand behind. Hearing this, Wu Yingji completely loses his mind. Wang Teng, you actually think you can take my hand? Even if I offered it, do you have the guts to take it? However, you don't waste a single breath on him. Of course I do, since you won't do it yourself. I'll gladly do it for you. Before he can even react, you dash forward and lock your grip onto his right arm like a vice. You absolute maniac, let go of me. Wu Yingji screams in absolute terror. He thrashes and yells in panic. But right at that moment, the club members instantly swarm in, surrounding you on all sides. A massive, 6'2" wall of muscle steps right up to you. Hey, Let go of young Master Wu. This ain't the place for you to go acting wild. He made a bet with me. The loser gives up a hand. I'm simply making him honor our deal. The brute glares back. I don't care what kind of beef you two have. This is my turf, and I won't let you cause trouble here. You let out a soft, amused chuckle. Fine then, I'll just drag him outside and wreck him there. Does that work for you? Chairman Peng, save me. The Wu family will reward you handsomely. Peng Yiren's greed is instantly hooked. He steps right in front of you, cracking his knuckles loudly. Young Master Wu is a personal friend of mine. And today, I'm keeping him safe. Get out of here right now, and I might just pretend this never happened. You stare at him without a care in the world and let out a scoff. Oh, just you? Seeing this, Wu Yingji immediately starts barking. Wang Teng, President Peng isn't just a fencing master. He's an inner force martial artist. He could crush you like a bug with just one finger. As if to prove his point, Peng Yiren casually picks up a steel pipe nearby. The very next second, under everyone's terrified gaze, he actually bends the steel pipe with his bare hands. Holy crap, is that even humanly possible? He bent a pipe that thick just like that? The crowd gasps in absolute shock. So this is an inner force martial artist. Peng Yiren looks completely full of himself. He lifts his chin, threatening you. See that? If you don't let him go right now, you'll end up just like this pipe. Wu Yingji instantly regains his nerve, screaming wildly in your ear. However, all of this is nothing but a total joke to you. You give it a casual glance, your eyes full of absolute disgust. Such pathetic little parlor tricks, and you dare show off in front of me? Peng Yiren immediately sneers, throwing a steel pipe straight at you. Let's see you try it, if you've got the guts. Everyone around is just waiting to see you make a fool of yourself. Wu Yingji is practically clutching his stomach in laughter. Come on, let's see how you. But before the word bend even leaves his mouth, the smug smile completely freezes on his face. You catch the steel pipe, and right in front of everyone's eyes. You crush it into fine powder with just one hand. Sheesh, sshhh. The steel dust slips right through your fingers, pouring all over the floor. At this moment, the entire room goes dead silent. Wu Yingji breaks out in a terrified cold sweat. If that hand grabbed his arm, wouldn't it be crushed into a bloody pulp in an instant? The same crowd that was so cocky just a second ago is now pale as ghosts, stumbling backward in absolute panic. Peng Yiren is completely dumbfounded, unable to squeeze out a single word. Right then, you sweep a cold, mocking smirk across the room. Now, I'm going to cripple one of his hands. Who's for it, and who's against it? In this massive club, out of dozens of people, not a single soul dares to make a peep. You smile and nod, perfect, no objections. The very next second, before Wu Yingji can even beg for his life, you brutally rip his right arm clean off his shoulder. Ah, a blood-curdling scream echoes through the entire room. You casually toss the severed arm right next to him, like throwing out a piece of trash. Then, you stare down at him with ice-cold eyes, leaving him with one final warning. Listen to me. If you ever dare go near Yue again, it won't just be an arm that you lose. With that, you take Zhu Yue's hand and walk out without a care in the world. And right after you leave, Wu Yingji uses the very last bit of his strength to make a phone call. Half an hour later, at Zhanghai First Hospital, Wu Yingji's father, Wu Yongyuan, listens to the doctor's report with a dark, furious expression. We can't reattach the young master's arm. The attacker was far too brutal. He didn't leave anything to salvage. Bam! Wu Yongyuan slams his fist right into the wall. He grits his teeth in pure rage. He takes my son's arm. I'm going to make him pay with his life. The moment the words leave his mouth, he dials a mysterious number. His voice is deadly cold. 10 million. Bring me the head of a guy named Wang Teng. Meanwhile, on the top floor of a hotel near Zhanghai No. 1, a group of shadowy figures is already lying in wait. The leader, Flying Eagle, personally assembled a terrifying weapon, an M95 sniper rifle. Commonly known as the Barrett, a single bullet could easily pierce through walls for a lethal kill. A Caucasian man handed over a thermal imaging scope. Flying Eagle, we're clear to engage. Okay. Flying Eagle mounted the thermal scope onto the Barrett. He lay flat right against the edge of the rooftop. The muzzle locked dead onto your villa. 15 power thermal vision. 116. Barrett wall piercing. 20 meters. This setup was meant to kill without leaving a single trace. 60 meters. Through the scope, one man and two women were inside the villa. Just then, his spotter suddenly spoke up. Got a car approaching. One male, one female. It's Wang Teng. He's back. Flying Eagle's eyes turned icy, reeking of pure killing intent. Perfect. Let's take him out right here in the open. Give me the numbers. His spotter immediately fired off a string of precise coordinates. In just a dozen seconds, Flying Eagle had fully calibrated his aim. The very next second, your figure appeared dead center in the crosshairs. His middle finger slowly rested against the trigger. At that exact moment, you and Zhu Yue were walking up to the villa's entrance. Right as you reached out to open the door. Now, Flying Eagle violently squeezed the trigger. Bang! A massive boom shook the entire building. The bullet tore through the air, heading straight for your skull. But strangely enough, the bullet completely missed you. In that split second, a dark shadow flashed by. A foot viciously slammed into the body of the Barrett, instantly knocking the barrel way off target. The one who intervened was none other than Demon God. The very instant the sniper fired, you had already sensed his murderous intent. The protective true chi of a Grandmaster was already surging through your entire body. You turned your head, staring at the terrifying bullet crater in the concrete behind you, your face completely unfazed. You gently pushed your girlfriend inside the villa. Yue, go on inside first. I'm going to grab a pack of smokes. Before your words even faded, your body vanished in a flash. You charged straight for that hotel rooftop. To think they dared to use a sniper rifle to assassinate you. They were asking for death. Up there, Demon God was fighting a 1-on-3 battle. And losing ground. Without a single word, you raised your hand and blasted out an airborne palm strike. A transparent blade of chi sliced through the air, dead center piercing a Caucasian man's throat. One strike, instant death. A casual wave of your hand just wiped out a half-step Grandmaster. Flying Eagle's scalp tingled instantly, his eyes wide with absolute terror. Projecting internal energy, shaping chi into a blade. The intel was right, he really is a Grandmaster. Fall back, now. Flying Eagle roared, fighting desperately to break away from Demon God. He actually planned to jump straight off the roof to escape. Trying to run? Not a chance. You moved like a shooting star, fiercely gripping Flying Eagle right by the shoulder. With a savage yank, you violently dragged him back. Flying Eagle swung a vicious backhand punch straight at your face, only to be dead stopped by an invisible barrier. This was the protective true chi of a Grandmaster. You stood there expressionless, your voice bone chillingly cold. Who sent you? I'm only asking once. The sheer recoil of your aura shattered Flying Eagle's fist to pieces on the spot. Before he could even scream out in pain, you raised your foot and delivered 2 savage kicks. Crack! Both of Flying Eagle's knees shattered on impact. In a flash, he was completely trapped like a rat. He collapsed to the ground, howling in agony. Right then, Demon God finished off the last man. He walked over and reported, Master. They're with the Illuminati. The Illuminati. Your heart skips a beat. Weren't they after Liu Yanren? Why are you the target now? You grab Eagle by the collar, staring daggers into him. Why is the Illuminati coming after me? But Eagle just spits a mouthful of blood. Wang Teng, you are dead meat. You shake your head with a sigh, and simply let go. No point wasting words on a dead man. You turn to leave. Demon God immediately asks, Master, what do we do with this guy? Without even looking back, you just wave your hand. Kill him. Yes, sir. You step into the elevator to leave, but at the very last second, just as the doors are about to close, a hand shoots in. The elevator doors slowly slide open. A man in a baseball cap and a black mask steps inside, standing silently behind you. You don't look back, but your Grandmaster level senses have already caught on. This guy has kept one hand buried in his pocket the whole time. And in that pocket is the distinct bulge of a silencer. Dead silence fills the elevator. Suddenly, you break the silence, speaking with absolute calm. Are you with the guys on the roof? The moment you ask, the man behind you instantly stiffens. Feigning ignorance, he shoots back. Do I know you? Still playing dumb. The gun in your pocket. Afraid it's too obvious if you shoot inside an elevator? The second the words leave your mouth, you spin around. You throw a brutal punch straight at his face. The assassin's reflexes are insanely fast. As he dodges to the side, his right hand is already pulling the trigger. A bullet rips right through his leather jacket, heading straight for your heart. But just 1 centimeter away from your chest. You snap your fingers together, using just 2 fingers, to perfectly catch the spinning bullet mid-air. Too slow. With a casual flick of your wrist, the bullet drops to the floor. The very next second, you launch a palm strike right at his face, aiming to rip off his mask. But the assassin is terrified of being exposed. He'd rather take the full force of your strike with his shoulder. Just to protect his face. A Grandmaster's strike hits so hard, he violently coughs up blood, soaking his entire mask red. But even severely injured, he doesn't forget his mission. He wildly fires shot after shot at you. Moving like a phantom, you effortlessly dodge every single bullet, leaving behind a blur of afterimages. You casually slip past the storm of bullets, letting them smash into the elevator's steel panels, leaving behind a terrifying trail of dents. Right then, with a sharp ding, the elevator reaches the first floor. The instant the doors open, you and the assassin silently call a truce. Like nothing ever happened, you both step out of the elevator side by side. It's not until you leave the hotel, completely out of the security camera's range, that you strike again, going straight for his mask. But this time, he has no intention of fighting. Firing a few sloppy cover shots, he turns and dives into a Mercedes-AMG, flooring the gas and disappearing in a flash. You stare at the fading license plate, quietly pulling out your phone to call Demon God. Look up a license plate for me. Hi A89532. Hanging up, a smirk creeps onto your face. Of course you could have killed him, but you let him go on purpose, just to drag out the mastermind behind the scenes. And you figured out, this guy isn't working with the Illuminati. He's more like a lone wolf, a professional hitman. Meanwhile, that Mercedes-AMG tore down the road, pulling into the hospital parking lot. The hitman pulled off his mask, wiped away the blood, and changed into fresh clothes. He locked his bloody clothes and his gun inside a black case. Right at that moment, Wu Yongyuan stepped out of the elevator, walking straight toward him. How did it go? But the hitman didn't even glance at him, just tossed a bank card his way. Boss Wu, I'm out. I am not taking this job. Wu Yongyuan was absolutely stunned. This was Zhanghai's deadliest dark web hitman, codenamed Shadow. He'd taken thousands of contracts with a 98% success rate. If even he couldn't handle it, who else could? Shadow, what the hell is going on? Why won't you take it? Shadow shot him a cold, hard glare. Boss Wu, you have no idea who you're messing with. That Wang Teng is no joke. I'm returning your deposit, and our deal ends here. With that, he got in his car to leave. Wait, Wu Yongyuan rushed after him. If you're out, you at least have to recommend someone else. Shadow paused for a second, then muttered one sentence. There is no one better than me in Zhanghai. But, if you've got the cash, you could hire that woman from Hong Kong. Her starting price is 50 million. He handed Wu Yongyuan a gold-plated black card. It had only one symbol on it, a black rose. Meanwhile, up on the hotel rooftop, Long Aotian and Lu Yanren had followed the clues tracking them down. But by the time they arrived, only 3 cold corpses were left on the roof. Long Aotian was absolutely stunned. He reached out to check their pulse. Dead. They're all dead. Lu Yanren was trembling with shock. Flying Eagle and the other 2, they were all half-step grandmasters. Even when Long Aotian and I fought them together, they completely crushed us. But now, all 3 of these elite fighters are dead right here, and they were killed by the exact same person. Who the hell could do this? Who has that kind of terrifying power? Those words instantly sparked something in Lu Yanren. She suddenly remembered that mysterious grandmaster who secretly helped the demon god before. Could it be him? She narrowed her eyes, a sudden, powerful gut feeling washing over her. This mysterious grandmaster feels so far away, yet right in front of us. I have to find out who he is. Yanren, what should we do with these bodies? Lu Yanren's eyes turned icy. Follow standard protocol. Send them to the city bureau. Meanwhile, the demon god's intel network worked lightning fast. The hitman's car was last spotted at Zhanghai First Hospital. So, you headed straight for the parking lot. But right as you stepped out of the car, you bumped into a guy. You didn't recognize him yet, but he recognized you instantly. Wang Teng, you actually have the guts to show up here? You just frowned. And who the hell are you? The guy exploded with rage. You chopped off my son's hand, and you're asking who I am? Then it clicked. Oh, so that dumbass Wu Yingji is your kid. Wu Yongyuan's face turned completely livid. I am going to make you pay for this with your life. But you weren't scared at all. You just shoved your hands in your pockets, giving him a mocking little smirk. Oh, I'd really love to know. How exactly are you going to make me pay in blood? That look was a blatant provocation. Wu Yongyuan was so terrified by your aura that he stumbled backward over and over. What do you want? Your eyes turned ice cold as you cut straight to the chase. You hired the hitman to kill me. Am I right? Wu Yongyuan instantly panicked, but still tried to put on a tough front. I have no idea what you're talking about. You had the guts to do it, but not the balls to admit it? I followed the killer's car all the way here, you know. What? Wu Yongyuan froze like a statue on the spot. A top-tier assassin actually got tailed? Seeing his reaction, you were instantly certain. Looks like it really was you. The smile on your face slowly faded away. It was replaced by an endless, chilling void, since we've reached the point where one of us has to die. Then I'll give you two choices. Either your son dies, you make the choice. Wu Yongyuan didn't believe it at all. Instead, he barked back, hiding his fear. Wang Teng, don't get too fucking cocky. You seem to have expected this, and a smirk tugged at the corner of your lips. Fine, since you won't choose, I'll choose for you. With that, you directly called the demon god. Bring Wu Yingji downstairs. You hung up the phone, leaving Wu Yongyuan completely dumbfounded. The very next second, the elevator doors slid open. The demon god, like he was dragging a dead dog, dragged out the one-armed Wu Yingji. Yingji, let go of my son. Wu Yongyuan lunged forward like a madman, but the demon god swatted him away with a single slap, casually tossing Wu Yingji right at your feet. Master, I brought the target. You lazily curled your finger. Wu Yongyuan scrambled over on his hands and knees, begging frantically. Wang Teng, I was wrong. I'll pay you, any amount, whatever you want. You shook your head, your eyes dead and cold. I'm not interested in money. I'll give you one last chance. Between you and your son, only one of you gets to live. This was a purely psychological torture. Wu Yingji was so terrified he almost wet himself. He wailed, Dad, I don't want to die, Dad. You raised your wrist to check your watch. My time is very precious. You have 10 seconds. If you can't decide, I'll slaughter both of you. 10, 9, 8. When you counted down to 1, Wu Yongyuan suddenly put on a deeply agonized expression. Yingji, you've already lost an arm. Living like this is meaningless anyway. Why don't you let your dad have the chance to live? The moment those words dropped, Wu Yingji completely broke down. Dad, how could you say that? I'm your own flesh and blood. Clap, clap. You gave a slow, sarcastic round of applause. Interesting, too interesting. There's nothing I love more than watching dogs tear each other apart. Your eyes turned frosty as you gave the final order. How about you two have a father-son duel? Fight until there's a winner, and fight to the death. Whoever survives gets to walk out of here alive. The moment the words left your mouth, a ruthless, murderous glint flashed in Wu Yongyuan's eyes. Yingji, don't blame your old man. The very next second, he lunged at his own biological son like a rabid beast. Wu Yingji screamed curses, fighting back desperately with his one good arm. Wu Yongyuan, are you even fucking human? Despite being young and strong, he ultimately couldn't hold off a completely unhinged Wu Yongyuan. With bloodshot eyes, Wu Yongyuan locked his hands in a death grip around his son's throat. It's exactly because I'm your dad. Now it's time for you to repay me. Right then, you pulled out a cigarette and curled your finger at the demon god. Got a light? The demon god immediately and respectfully lights your cigarette. So, you take a drag of your cigarette, casually watching the twisted tragedy of a father murdering his own son unfold right before your eyes. A few minutes later, the screaming stops. Wu Yongyuan has strangled his own son to death with his bare hands. His eyes are filled with conflict as he forces out a smile that looks even worse than crying. Wang Teng, I killed Yingji. We're even now, right? You take one last drag of your cigarette. You crush the cigarette butt under your heel, then pat Wu Yongyuan on the head like a dog. Good boy, you get to live, but then, your tone shifts. If there is a next time, every single person in the Wu family goes down with you. With that, you turn to the demon god. Brought a piece? The demon god immediately hands you a pistol. You click off the safety without hesitation. You fire 2 shots point blank into Wu Yingji's corpse, just to make absolutely sure he's dead. Then, you and the demon god turn and walk away. But the second you're out of sight, Wu Yongyuan completely breaks down. He clutches his son's lifeless body, screaming his lungs out. My boy, don't you worry. Dad is going to avenge you. A vicious glare flashes in his eyes the next second. He pulls out that assassin's business card, and books an overnight flight to Hong Kong. For the next 2 days, the criminal underworld in Zhanghai is boiling. The remnants of the Wolf Gang launch a frantic wave of revenge. But they have no idea what they're up against. In just a few short days, you take out 8 assassins with your own hands.